Hi, welcome to CMS with WordPress. My name is Sammy, and today I am here to give you a tutorial, or a tour I should say, of the Post or WordPress page editor. So what we're going to do, we are using a development website I'm working on right now, 5-Star Cuisine. Should be launching in a couple of days. Go ahead and check it out, 5starcuisine.com. They've got some awesome recipes in there. It's all a cookbook. It's all healthy eating and good stuff like that. Check them out. So today, for our tour, we're going to look at the different tools across the top of the page editor. A lot of the tools are very similar to what you would see in Microsoft Word. There are a couple of tools that are in here in this particular editor that are custom, I should say. They're added in by some plugins that are installed. But starting at the top row, you have a big B, which is for bold. You simply highlight the text you want to bold, click B, and it's bolded. Same thing with italics, the next one over. Looks like I have both at the same time, so let's undo that. That's your bold and italics. The next one over is the strikeout. You can highlight some text and put a strike through it. So we'll undo that change. The next two are your list items, unordered lists and numbered lists. Unordered lists, bullet points. Numbered lists, simply that, numbers. The next one over, the quotation mark, that's for block quote. So if you're quoting some text, let's say this paragraph right here was a quote from someone, we would go ahead and highlight the text and click the block quote, and then it indents it inward so people know that it's being quoted. The next three are your alignment for your text. Whatever chunk of text you want to set an alignment to. Default is left, like any editor. But you can change it to center or align right. And then if you decided that you wanted to bring it back left, you would have to click left if you've already centered or aligned right. So that's for the alignment. The next two are your insert link and remove link buttons. So if we wanted to link some text here, let's find a good chunk of text to link. Go healthy cooking ideas. So let's find a page that we can link that to. And we can use the healthy cooking tips page over here. So what we would do is grab part of the URL, everything up to and including the / of the top level domain. Here we're in development, so it's WordPressWebhost.net. So everything at the end, that / to the last / you would copy. So I'll copy that to the clipboard, and then wrong way. And then we come back over to where our highlighted text is, and we're going to click the Insert Link button. A little editor will pop up. We are going to go ahead and paste that little snippet of the page name with the ending bookmarked /. There's a couple other items in here. Target. Being that this is a page within the existing website, we want to go open link in the same window. Now if this were a link that was going to an outside website, we'd probably want to open it in a new window. Right there. But being that this is an internal web page, we're going to keep it in the same window. And then here you can give it the link, some title text for some added SEO. So we'll go healthy cooking tips. And then the CSS class, I typically never use this, but this is if you want to assign to style this link differently than your standard link styles. You would have an added class to your style sheet, and we would select it out of that menu. So we'll go ahead and click Insert, and there you have a highlighted and underlined link. We didn't particularly want that one linked, so we're going to undo that. So to undo that, we are going to highlight that chunk of text with the link, and we go up back up to the menu and we click unlink, and that removes the link. Moving right along is the Insert More tag button. This you would use in a blog post to where you could break the content up from displaying on your main blog page. You could have a lead introduction paragraph, insert your more tag, then have the rest of the content down below, and then when you publish it in your blog post, in your main blog, in your main blog listing page, you would see the first paragraph and then the link that would read however you styled it. Keep reading, read more, so on and so forth. And when you click that, it would take you to the single post page for that particular blog post, and then they could read it in its entirety. Next, moving on down the line, spell check. Pretty self-explanatory. Full screen mode turns your editor into full screen. Toggle that back. The next one down, it's 3 lines separated. So it's 1 line with a blank line and 2 more lines. This is called the kitchen sink. When you first log into your page or post editor, you're actually only going to see this 1 line of tools until you click the kitchen sink, and then you get the second line of tools. So then, after the kitchen sink, I generally work with the kitchen sink always open. Just gives me more flexibility. Moving on down the line are 3 buttons: YouTube, Google, and Vimeo. These are added to the menu by the Viper Quick Tag plugin. So those typically are not there with a default install of WordPress. So that's all the time we have right now, so we're going to just cover the first row, and then we'll cover the second row in a separate tutorial. So we hope you enjoyed your time, hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please post comments below. Thanks.